Welcome to the top 10 racing games on the MetaQuest platforms. Links below in the description for any items you want to purchase. Strap on your headsets and let's dive in.
Number 10.
Grid Legends translates the console racing experience into standalone VR, offering a fast-paced blend of arcade thrills and simulation-style handling. The immersive cockpit view enhances the sense of speed, and while the visuals are simplified to accommodate the Quest hardware, the game still delivers smooth performance and solid track variety. The Driven to Glory story mode brings cinematic flair, using live-action cutscenes to create a dynamic, narrative-driven experience. Though slightly compressed in VR, these scenes add personality and depth to the single-player campaign. Players can race across a variety of locations, with a roster of diverse vehicles and AI opponents that push back aggressively. Multiplayer is present, but more limited than on other platforms. Grid Legends remains one of the more ambitious and content-rich races available on the MetaQuest.
Number 9.
Driven is a sleek and immersive VR racing game that prioritizes fast-paced, skill-based gameplay. Driven challenges players with clean lines, tight cornering, and momentum control, creating a gameplay experience that feels more like a test of precision. Its tracks demand focus and finesse, rewarding those who enjoy mastering each run. The game features a minimal yet polished visual style, with smooth track design and an aesthetic that evokes a nostalgic feel, reminiscent of early Xbox-era races. Performance on the Quest is smooth and stable, even at high speeds, and the energetic soundtrack enhances immersion, keeping players locked into the flow of the race. Driven steers clear of flashy gimmicks, opting instead for a refined experience centered on time trials and leaderboards. With over 190 races and 30 car variants, it offers plenty of content for those who enjoy pushing for personal bests. However, some players have noted that the AI opponents can be unpredictable, often crashing or veering off course. Still, the core mechanics are solid, making Driven a standout choice for racing fans who appreciate the thrill of high-precision VR driving.
Number 8.
Formula X is a fast-paced VR racing game that puts players in the cockpit of Formula-style cars, emphasizing speed, precision, and quick reflexes. With smooth performance and responsive controls, it delivers a thrilling sense of motion through 10 iconic real-life racetracks. Blending arcade fun with realistic handling, Formula X offers time trials, AI races, and online multiplayer, along with a selection of formula cars. Customization keeps gameplay intriguing, with a selection of paint jobs to give a more personalized feel to the car, and differing car parts that can have in-game effects to driving mechanics. The visuals are decent, with polished vehicles and vibrant tracks, while the sound design enhances immersion through roaring engines and energetic music. Though there's a bit of a learning curve, especially for new VR racers, Formula X stands out as a well-rounded and exhilarating racing experience, built for those who crave high-speed action in virtual reality.
Number 7.
Omega Pilot is a high-speed VR racing game that immerses players in a sleek, futuristic world of anti-gravity vehicles and intense competition. Designed to test reflexes and precision, the game throws players into twisting, looping tracks that demand quick thinking and sharp control. With a focus on time trials and leaderboard climbing, Omega Pilot appeals to those who enjoy skill-based progression and competitive racing. The visual style is crisp and futuristic, filled with glowing neon tracks and detailed cockpit views that heighten the sensation of speed. Controls are responsive and offer both comfort and challenge, especially when players must navigate at breakneck speeds while staying on course. The game runs smoothly on the Quest, maintaining strong performance even during complex turns and fast sections, which is crucial for a game so reliant on precision. Though, some have complained that the steering can be too sensitive at times, and they find themselves veering off track easily. Omega Pilot includes multiple tracks and difficulty tiers, allowing players to gradually build their skills and aim for better times. The sense of speed is exhilarating, and the leaderboard system fuels its competitive edge, making every run feel like a race against the global community. For those looking for a pure, adrenaline-fueled VR racer with a futuristic aesthetic, Omega Pilot delivers.
Number 6.
TrackCraft is a creative and fast-paced VR racing game that blends arcade-style driving with user-generated content. Built around the idea of building and racing on custom tracks, as well as the 104 pre-built tracks, the game allows players to design intricate courses using a simple but powerful in-VR track editor, then race on them solo or with others. The intuitive building tools make it easy to shape loops, jumps, twists, and turns, giving the community a central role in expanding the game's content. Visually, TrackCraft features a clean, colourful art style that leans into its playful tone. Tracks are smooth and dynamic, dynamic, and vehicles respond well, with responsive controls that make both creation and racing satisfying. The physics strike a balance between realism and arcade fun, making it accessible for newcomers while still offering room for skill-based mastery. Performance on the MetaQuest is stable, even with more complex user-created tracks. While there are some occasional bugs or janky moments, they don't significantly hinder the overall fun. TrackCraft stands out as both a racing game and a creative sandbox. Its combination of competitive racing and accessible building tools make it a unique and engaging experience for players who enjoy designing, sharing, and mastering tracks in VR.
Number 5.
ExoCars is an off-road VR racing game that focuses on rugged, dune buggy-style races, built to tear through rough terrain. Set across a variety of dusty trails, rock slopes, and challenging jumps, the game delivers an intense, hands-on driving experience that emphasizes vehicle control and environmental awareness. Players must navigate tight corners, uneven surfaces, and dynamic obstacles, using physics-based handling that feels weighty and responsive. The sense of immersion is strong, with cockpit views, suspension dynamics, and subtle haptic feedback, enhancing the realism. Tracks vary in difficulty and setting, offering a good balance between short, skill-based sprints and longer endurance-style runs. The game runs smoothly on the MetaQuest, with high-fidelity visuals and terrain that's detailed enough to be engaging without overwhelming the headset's hardware. While ExoCars doesn't offer a deep narrative or flashy extras, it shines in its core gameplay loop. There's real-time multiplayer and time trial leaderboards adding competitive replayability. The grounded off-road focus gives the game a unique flavor among VR racers. ExoCars stands out with its earthy environments, physical driving style, and satisfying track design.
Number 4.
V-Rider SBK delivers an intense, licensed first-person superbike racing experience that puts players directly in the saddle of high-speed machines. Designed for those who crave realism and adrenaline, the game captures the sensation of leaning into corners, managing throttle control, and racing against time or other riders on detailed circuits. The core gameplay revolves around precision and reflexes. Steering is motion-based, requiring players to physically lean and shift their heads, simulating the real-life dynamics of bike racing. This adds a learning curve, but also a rewarding sense of immersion once mastered. The 12 licensed circuits range from wide-open stretches to tight corners, each demanding full concentration. Performance on the MetaQuest holds up well, though frame rate drops can occasionally occur, which can take you out of the immersion. V-Rider SBK includes 5 licensed superbike models with varying characteristics, though it leans more towards a pure racing experience than one focused on customization or narrative. The game includes both time trials and competitive modes, with leaderboard integration offering replay value for those chasing top times. The multiplayer experience keeps the game competitive, and racing against AI and ghosts provide enough of a challenge to keep the players engaged. Ultimately, V-Rider SBK succeeds by focusing on authentic bike handling and high-speed immersion.
Number 3.
Mini Motor Racing X delivers a fast-paced, arcade-style racing experience with a playful VR twist. Players control tiny, high-speed cars across vibrant, dynamic tracks filled with jumps, tight turns, and boost pads. The game supports both flat-screen and immersive VR modes, with the diorama-style perspective in VR making each race feel like a high-energy toy set. It features multiple game modes, including career, quick race, online multiplayer, and the chaotic party mode, adding variety and replayability. The colourful visuals and smooth performance are well suited for the Quest, while the intuitive arcade-like controls keep the action accessible and fun. Earning winnings and upgrading your own personalised rides, as well as collecting dozens of vehicles, keeps the game engaging and rewarding. Though the physics lean more toward the exaggerated and some depth perception issues can arise in VR, the game thrives on its chaotic charm and social competition.
Number 2.
Moto X is a VR motocross game that offers players an adrenaline-filled dirt bike racing experience. Players have to physically lean to steer through dirt tracks, ramps, and obstacle-filled courses. This movement system gives the game a unique blend of physicality and skill, making races feel both competitive and immersive. The environments range from sand arenas to forested trails, each with dynamic terrain that challenges your reflexes and timing. While the visuals are simple, they're vibrant and colourful enough to capture the high-energy vibe of motocross. The game runs smoothly on Quest, with minimal lag and responsive handling that makes each jump and turn feel satisfying. Moto X supports multiplayer lobbies where players can race or free roam together, which adds a social element to the competitive gameplay. There are also heaps of customization options, like bike bikes and outfits to personalize your rider. While it doesn't offer a deep progression system or single-player campaign, with them on the horizon, its core loop of racing make it easy to jump into and enjoy repeatedly. Overall, Moto X is a fun and physically engaging VR title. Its mix of movement-based controls and motocross chaos make it a standout for players looking for fast-paced, active gameplay on the MetaQuest. Before we get to number 1, make sure to like, comment what your number 1 would be, and subscribe for more VR content. And here are some honourable mentions. Touring Karts, Dash World, V Speedway.
Number 1.
Downtown Club is a simcade racing game blending the accessibility of arcade racing with the depth of simulation. Designed from the ground up for immersive virtual controls, it puts you directly in the driver's seat, hands on the wheel, shifter, and handbrake, offering tactile, satisfying feedback that makes every drift, overtake, and corner feel impactful. The game's city environments create a slick, fast-paced atmosphere. While the handling isn't fully sim level, it delivers enough realism to reward skillful driving without becoming overwhelming. The motion-based driving system adds a physical, responsive layer that heightens immersion, especially during tight races or aggressive maneuvers. With multiple cars and game modes, including the competitive time trial mode, time attack, and thematic competitions, Downtown Club offers strong replay value. The focus on full manual control encourages mastery, making each race feel more personal and earned, though the career progression could be more fleshed out, and the need for real-time multiplayer, which is due in future free updates. The game's core driving mechanics and immersive setup make it a standout for anyone looking to experience high-speed street racing with hands-on intensity in VR.